This is the second part of Photoshop tools tutorial. I have covered the move tool and other selection tools in the previous video. If you haven't watched it yet, check out the link at the top. One important selection tool that I missed in the previous video is Magic Wand tool. Its keyboard shortcut is W. It's grouped with Quick Selection tool. This tool selects pixels based on color and tone. It's a quick and easy way to select plain areas. You will observe that the selection is not clear. Let's go to tolerance. Tolerance defines the sensitivity of Magic Wand tool. By increasing the tolerance, you can increase the area of selection. As I have to select the similar color in the whole layer, I'll untick the contiguous and anti-alias option and leave only sample all layers ticked. So just by one click, the whole sky is selected. I'll make separate videos explaining all these features of selection options bar. So if you don't get it for now, don't worry. You will observe that the object is hidden. So to inverse this, select the mask and click Ctrl plus I from your keyboard to invert the colors, which means the black part is now white and the white part is black. So now the object is having a transparent background. Hope that you have understood using selection tools and masking. So the next tool is crop tool. Don't confuse this with cropping the layer. This tool crops the canvas or the artboard only. I explained the difference between artboard and canvas in the last video. As I am working with artboards, so crop tool will make artboards only. You can make artboards of any sizes using the crop tool as well. Let's open a new file to illustrate the effect of crop tool on canvas. So you can see the canvas is cropped. I import a sample image to illustrate something what we call a smart object. A smart object is a file linked with the original file. So let's use crop tool first. I make a selection using crop tool and crop the canvas. You will observe that the image is preserved. It's not cropped with the canvas. Now right click on the layer and click on the rasterize layer option. Now it's no longer a smart object. It's a part of the file now. Let's crop it again to see the difference now. The layer is also cropped with the canvas as it is no longer a smart object. Another tool in the crop tool group is perspective crop tool. It's used to straighten distorted images. To get straight elevations of the buildings, you often need to straighten the perspective. So to straighten the distorted images, make a boundary and match the edges with the vertical and horizontal lines. Try adjusting all the 4 points to align. Make sure that the lines in the grid match with the vertical and horizontal lines of the image. After matching, click on the tick to apply the effect. So this straightens the image as well as crops it. You can practice straightening a few more images. I'll make a complete video showing all the ways to straighten in an easier way. There are many ways to straighten the distorted image. Perspective crop tool is one of them. So let's go to the next tool, the frame tool. You will only find this tool in Photoshop CC 2019 or later version. Its keyboard shortcut is K. The frame tool is a fast and easy way to clip an image within a shape. Let's choose that tool and make a frame. Now place the layer or image on the frame so that it gets into it. You will observe that the image gets clipped inside the frame. Double click on the image to select both image and frame. You can move it accordingly. If you click at the edge, the frame gets selected. You can modify the frame size as well. Frames are good tools to organize data in a brochure or a book. You can add text boxes using type tool. In this way, you can organize the data in your book, pamphlet, brochure or the magazine. You can make frames from any shape. I'll discuss these advanced features of frame tool in a separate video. The next tool is eyedropper tool. Its keyboard shortcut is I. This tool is used to pick the color from the screen. Select this tool and click anywhere on the screen. The foreground color is set to that color. If you hold Alt key and click somewhere, the background color is set to that one. Let's move on the next tool, the magical tool, Spot Healing Brush tool. Its keyboard shortcut is J. Let's experiment this tool on my t-shirt. I can remove this logo just by one click. Drag and select the part that needs to be removed completely. And see the magic. You can refine this subsequently. Let's try removing this Lenovo logo as well. Just select the part that needs to be removed and see the magic. This tool works like filling the selection with content aware. I can clean my face as well using this tool. Another magical tool is Healing Brush tool. It works similar to that of Spot Healing Brush tool, but you need to define an area from where it will pick up the pixels. Let's experiment this tool on this image and try removing this sauce bottle. It's very simple, just hold the Alt key to pick up the area. Make sure that the layer is selected and you have rasterized it. These tools don't work on smart objects. If you get stuck at any point while practicing, just mention it in the comments. I will definitely solve your doubts. Now let's remove the bottle. So first pick a clear seat area and then apply Healing Brush tool over the bottle, matching the background. Now let's pick up the table. Just pick up the edges to make the clear boundaries. And now we blend the lighter part with the surroundings. So now the bottle is gone. This tool is very useful to hide unwanted objects from the scene, blending with the environment. I will share the link of all these files that I have used in this tutorial for your practice. Let's learn the next tool, Brush tool. As the name suggests, it provides a brush to work with. Make a new layer to work with and then select the foreground color to black. You will observe that it's not completely black because the flow is just 12%. Let's increase this to 100%. All these options help you to customize the brush. I will discuss them in detail in a separate video. So now it's completely black. You can modify the size and softness of the brush by holding Alt key and dragging with right mouse click, left and right for size and up and down for softness. So let's try another brush. I have installed a set of watercolor brushes by Adobe I will share the link of the set of brushes in the description. I'll make another video explaining how you can import brushes. Let's try this brush and one with a different color and a little bit white. Oh yeah, so I just discovered a new smoke effect. Another tool grouped with the brush tool is the mixer brush tool. It blends the color around it. You can try this. The next tool is the clone stamp tool. As the name suggests, it clones or duplicates the pixels from one place to another. It is similar to Healing Brush tool, but it doesn't blend with the neighboring pixels. So the next tool is Eraser tool. Its keyboard shortcut is E. It erases the layer directly. You can use Magic Eraser tool to remove any backgrounds directly. It works similar to Magic Pen tool. You can adjust tolerance as well. The next tool is the Gradient tool. It will apply a gradient based on the colors you have selected in the color palette on the active layer. Another important tool is the pen tool. You can make any shape using this tool. It will make points which are called anchor points and the path which connects them. I'll make a separate video explaining pen tool and how you can make any shape using that. So now I will choose the path I have made to become a shape. You can edit the fill color as well as the outline for the shape. I have not discussed some tools due to lack of time. I will be discussing them in the applications part. So for now, practice them, and if you have any doubts, just put them in the comments. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video.